LaTavia Roberson is opening up about her days in Destiny's Child and dealing with addiction in the latest interview from American Addiction Centers. Roberson chatted with host Joy Sutton about the loneliness she felt after getting kicked out of the group, how she used alcohol to cope, which landed her in jail several times, and how she ultimately was able to make peace with her past and reunite with the famed girl group. During the Houston stop of Beyoncé's Mammoth Renaissance World Tour, Roberson reunited with the other original members of DC, Beyoncé, Kelly Rowland, and LaToya Luckett, as well as with Michelle Williams, who was hired as a replacement in the middle of their promotion of their second album, The Writings on the Wall. Being able to be back with everybody, we just sat and we just enjoyed each other, Roberson told Sutton. There were the kids running around. We were all in different areas. I had my private time with Beyoncé. It was just, everything was wonderful. Roberson always wanted to be an actress, never a singer, but working from the age of 6, she eventually worked her way into the group that would become Destiny's Child. As a foursome, the group signed a record deal when Roberson, the baby of the bunch, was only 15. They released their self-titled debut album in 1997, spawning the hit No, Part 2. But it was 1999's The Writings on the Wall that launched them to stardom. The album eventually went 8 times platinum, but its success was overshadowed by the controversial decision by manager Matthew Knowles, Beyoncé's father, to replace Roberson and Luckett after they tried to fire him as their manager. I was a kid and I grew up with my friends, Roberson recalled. They were the only friends that I had because at such a young age, I wasn't out there going to proms and doing all this stuff. We were on the road, we were touring, and they were the only people you know who are your age, and then it's stripped away. It's just a hard thing to deal with, especially being a child. Roberson then opened up about how she used alcohol to cope, which landed her in jail for a DUI. There, she said her fellow inmates were talking about jumping her simply because she was once in Destiny's Child. But Roberson credits AA for helping her to get sober and to start reconciling with people in her past, including her parents and the members of Destiny's Child. That night in Houston marked the first time they had all been together in one room in more than 20 years. My highlight of the whole night when it was time for us to depart was we all stood in a circle and we all prayed together, Roberson said. We all went around and we all said a prayer for one another as we were sitting there. That was really a magical moment. That moment was priceless for me, she added. It was definitely priceless.